Winners don't use drugs.
All right. Season's greetings, everybody.
Well, wouldn't that be greetings?
Thanks for joining me. Trina, thank you for coming through for the first time watching a movie with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
This was fun.
Tommy, thanks for coming through. Jens, thanks for coming through.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I wish all three of you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And your families a Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
And glad you guys could join me for watching this. I wouldn't say shitty movie. It had its moments. Santa's Sleigh from 2005.
I'll tell you what, if this movie doesn't bring out the Hanukkah spirit in you, nothing will.
I wouldn't say it was a bad movie either. It's kind of cheesy, but I overall I don't hate it.
It was very cheesy.
Oh yeah. From the start, it sort of like made itself known that this is a pretty much of a cheesy comedy horror movie. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, once Killer Goldberg Santa started shooting fireballs out of his mouth like fucking Bowser from Super Mario Brothers, you knew what you were in for.
That was a great opening scene.
Yeah, killer Santa Claus, everybody.
Yeah.
So he's not even like Santa Claus; he's like a demon.
No,
he's a demon that lost a bet.
No, he is Santa Claus, but apparently.
No, I mean not the Santa Claus we know and love. I mean, he's not. He even the guy from the Greatest American Hero. The Greatest American Hero guy even says he's not the Santa Claus that Coca-Cola loves to show you.
Yeah, but he is he is, because what it was in their universe, Santa Claus was Satan's son who lost a bet with an angel that for 1,000 years, he, instead of on Christmas Day bringing people grief and pain, he'd give them joy and happiness. So for 1,000 years, this dude called Santa Claus was acting real nice, and it's the end of the 1,000 years. So Santa Claus in this alternative universe,
the bet is up.
A demon who now wants to come and kill everyone because
the bet he lost is up, and now he's out for vengeance.
Yeah,
and he comes to Hell, the town called Hell.
Yeah,
that shit is literally called Hell. And it's fucking Goldberg. All right, can we just go back? It's yes, the rest, not Whoopi Goldberg. It's the wrestler, fucking Bill Goldberg, as a giant killer Santa Claus. He's like if the Predator was Santa Claus. he's got a sleigh that flies through the sky, and he's throwing presents at people like Green Goblin throwing the pumpkin bombs. Holy shit! This
beautiful thing.
Batshit insane.
It's good stuff.
But okay, so the opening scene, he comes and murders the family that all hates each other, and it's kind of like an all-star cast. Like fucking Chris Kattan from Saturday Night Live is there.
Yeah.
Fucking James Caan. James Caan is the head of the table.
Yeah, which you was like really surprised it was in, which I was, but then we were like, oh well, it must be a bit part he's in, because there was a few like cameo parts and that for people.
Yeah, the guy who played the Reverend, I know I seen him in a bunch of shit. The Reverend who got impaled on the flagpole.
Yeah. Who was going to the strippers? Where spoilers, you see some tit in this. Which
Yeah, Jens was very happy.
Yeah.
Well,
Tit.
he should have been very happy because it just wasn't one tit. It wasn't just a couple.
Yeah.
It was a whole
Yeah.
cast of diverse titties for him.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, it was everywhere you looked. There was tits.
I mean, even Lasso was like, God damn, look at that pair.
Yeah.
And then the club burns down.
Well, strip club, isn't it?
He burnt that shit down. Oh, his over the top kills in this are pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, there is a lot of I was saying there's a lot of action that was
What's
done
up,
quite
Mara?
good in there.
How you doing, Mara?
Yeah,
Merry
Mara.
Christmas, season's greetings, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays,
Hello, hello.
good tidings and good cheer.
Hello, Muppet.
There was also multiples like the the one-liners. He had a lot of one-liners when it came to like, you know, the murders he was. He stabbed that guy with a fucking candy cane.
Yeah, that was a good bit. That
He's
'Cause-
doing the Salvation Army Santa thing, and he has a candy cane in his mouth.
Oh, you're forgetting about the best scene in the opening when he uses the Christmas star
Yes,
like it's a
fucking-
ninja
like
star
a
to take
shuriken, shuriken, ninja shirt, like a shuriken.
Shuriken, yeah.
yeah, but for
Oh.
action scene though, the bit where he's doing his sort of like Salvation Army collection tin sort of thing, and like punk dude like puts a knife up against his throat and that, and like sort of tells him, "Oh yeah, give me the sort of money," sort of thing. Well, he does a real good thing where he just grabs his arm, breaks his arm, and then starts smashing his head up against the wall, and then he has the candy cane out of his mouth, and then just smashes it into his eye,
Yeah, he
and
has some
then
brutal ass kills in this.
yeah, and then picks him up over his head and throws him into one of them trailer trash can things.
He killed James Caan with the turkey leg. He shoved the turkey leg in James Caan's mouth, and then first he stabbed both his hands into the table with those barbecue forks.
Yeah. That was good. And then he was like, James Caan's character's like, maybe I can like get these off of my hands and my mouth.
He's using his teeth to try to get them out of his hand.
That must have been where like all the movie budget went to right there, was to have James Caan in.
Well,
You
I don't
gotta
know
make
what's
me
that-
look good in this. You want me in? I better look good in this beginning.
What was his buffalo beast a real animal? What was that? Was that a fucking puppet? What was that? Was it animatronic?
Yeah, it must have been because
I don't mean when it was flying. I mean when it was on the ground running. Because it was running on the ground a lot. It wasn't always flying.
Yeah,
I think they
right,
had a
right.
couple of
Definitely.
smaller peoples in there, ass to front, working it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was on Wales. I think it was
Well,
on Wales.
like those Chinese dragons, Tommy.
Mhm, exactly.
Did you see?
A bunch of woodland creatures in there working that thing.
Did you guys notice that his nose lit up red?
No.
No,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah, his like.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, his reindeer beast, whatever the hell that was. Yeah.
Was it when he was in the air? Because he was in the air a couple times.
I noticed it when Santa in his reindeer beast thing was chasing the kids on the sled things. Ski-doos.
Snowmobile.
Yeah.
No, I was more laughing at when he was throwing the fucking presents at the kid.
That was awesome.
I know. I didn't notice that. But one thing I was wondering about, like, remember later on when Santa has the glowing candy cane and then he just throws it on the floor? It's like, what was the point of the glowing candy cane?
And I think that was to light him up to show the kids that, oh yeah, there he is. Because they didn't even notice him, did they? Because he was in like a dark sort of part of this sort of hallway.
Yeah, I'm just saying for this killer Santa Claus, he should have had the glow in the dark candy cane with the stabbing end, like he killed that guy before.
No, but he won't. He won't.
He loves his over the top kills.
Yeah, but like in horror films, once it comes to the protagonists, the sort of like monster or psycho killer always starts to talk too much and do daft things. Which that was one of them daft things where he could have just fucking like ghosted them from the shadows and took them
Well,
out.
the kid,
But there was still 20 minutes left of the film, so
the
that's
kid
why.
knows too much about Santa though, because his grandpa that lives in the bunker in the house, in his house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's one of them where he was taunting them. He wasn't wanting to kill them. He was wanting to, like.
What was the languages? What were they speaking?
Well, and I was going to bring that point up because he was actually speaking he was supposed to be Norwegian.
Okay,
So
right.
that part is the one part that really made absolutely no sense in this movie. Because if anybody knew anything about Vikings, because there was a lot of Viking symbology or all around his or symbolism, I should say, all around his sleigh. He had the little Viking shields hanging off the back. There was all kinds of runic inscriptions around the sleigh. There was a lot of Viking elements to his outfit as well, including the damn hat and his cloak, which was leather.
Yeah,
which
he wasn't
doesn't make no
he wasn't,
sense.
He wasn't dressed like a mall Santa. He was
Yeah,
dressed
but I
like
mean,
the
it
old
makes
time.
no sense because Christianity wasn't brought to the Vikings until after their contact with English speaking Europe.
No,
So
but
it doesn't really make a lot of sense that this is supposed to be something in ancient Norwegian writings and everything like that. Part didn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, but it wasn't supposed to be our Santa. It was a different Santa. That he was a demonic, evil demon that was the son of Satan that lost a bet. So
You're
he had
saying,
to.
all right. So Jens, you're saying in the timeline of this movie, right? In the reality of this, in the reality of this movie, that's not the real Santa. That they're like, this is like what Bizarro is to Superman. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them where in their universe, because like in our universe, Santa was an old fat dude who made fucking toys for children at winter time.
Well, actually, what Santa started as originally was actually it was Germanic. This is true because it started with oh god, I forget exactly. I don't remember if he was a priest, but he was some kind of a holy type guy or something. Like he was.
Yeah, like
he had something to do with the church, and he became the original Saint Nicholas.
Yeah,
because he was going around giving like toys to kids and everything around that time. Which, you know what, that was in like the German speaking areas. It wasn't necessarily, once again, Norwegian. That's the part that was just kind of weird. Like they did it like that, like they did Norwegian. Like
it had Goldberg. It had Goldberg as Santa Claus. How much weird did you want to fucking get?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's still
They had Goldberg murders someone with a menorah in this movie.
I thought that was hysterical.
He literally murders someone with a menorah.
Yeah, and Tommy's complaining about the origins. Oh well, it confused. Oh, I can understand him killing people with a fucking.
I guess for religious fanatics, this would be offensive to not just Christians. I
wouldn't say it was offensive. I just find it kind of odd that
I'm talking about for those who get offended at everything. You know, at the drop of the hat. I'm just like for 2005, this was like nobody would have batted an eyelash about.
Yeah, whilst Tommy's offended that the plagiarized Viking and Norwegian fucking symbols on Santa's clothes. Tommy's outraged with that, but killing a dude with a fucking whatever they call them, candlestick things.
Menorah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he
Yeah.
Once again, Jens, priorities, buddy. Priorities.
Santa also murders someone with a fucking a stripper pole in this. So like,
Oh yeah.
he's
Oh,
like,
no.
Totally.
What
Really
about before he grabs the pole?
oh,
No.
he
cleans
sprays,
it
he sprays it down and
with
wipes it
Windex.
up.
Yeah.
And he's
Which I don't
wearing.
know why.
You know what was even funnier about that? He's wearing gloves when he does that.
I love
Let's
that
be
he
honest.
cleaned it.
He's seen what slid down that pole. Would you want to
Yeah,
touch that?
he
even with your
literally
gloved
just
hands?
saw. He literally just saw some girl sliding down it like.
I don't know. I would have cleaned it. I'd have just like been like, okay. If it had been a dude with his sweaty balls, then yeah, I'd have cleaned it.
Jens would have cleaned it with his tongue.
Oof. Ooh.
Yeah,
Jesus.
just for the
Jesus. Hey, what's
yeah,
up, Rob?
Jens would have got his tongue stuck on that thing like that kid from Christmas Story talking about it tastes like Red Lobster.
yeah.
Oh God.
I'm only doing it for the salt intake.
Holy fucking shit, this tastes like a big giant plate of clams.
What's up, Optic? How you doing? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah, up to raising them up.
Hey, Optic
Well-
Racer.
All right, what's the rundown of greetings? I have to say, Happy New Year. Wait, not yet. You gotta say it. Season's greetings, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
Yes. Can't forget Kwanzaa.
Yes, Happy Hanukkah. I don't know if it's Ramadan yet.
What about one of the most important holiday greetings for this time of year? Merry Pigmas.
Festivus. Oh, I thought you were going to say Festivus.
Oh no, Festivus is for the rest of us.
For the
but
rest
yeah,
of us.
Merry Pigmas, people.
Oh, and for the pagans, Yuletide greetings.
Okay, and Happy Chinese New Year. I hope I got all of them.
Oh, bah humbug.
Yeah, no, the Chinese New Year. I think it's like halfway into January. I think something like
That shit's like Kenny Loggins. It meets us halfway.
that.
No one over the top. No. No one knows that song from Over the Top.
I don't remember that song.
I remember winner takes it all, loser takes the fall. Now fuck off, you soy bitch.
Sammy
And
Hagar.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they didn't put the fuck off, you soy bitch, but basically it was all about winner takes it all, and the loser is a soy bitch. Like, why did you bother?
Oh, guys, I just read something, and it makes. I think I know how they got into Old Norse as far as Santa. It looks like prior to Christianization, the Germanic people celebrated a midwinter event called Yule.
Yeah.
And and this is like the whole bunch of stuff happens, like supernatural stuff and whatever, and they attribute it to Odin, which is why Santa has a long white beard, because that's what how Odin is pictured. So yeah, this kind of lines up.
Yeah,
Did he
was-
kill people with stripper poles?
no, what it was the pagans at winter time. They did like a little festival celebrating like paganism or whatever, and then the sort of like it got merged into celebrating Jesus
No, it did not exactly like that, Jens. Okay, here I'm gonna have to break it down for you. So what happened is they were celebrating the Yule Festival. The Yule Festival was actually the end of the year after the harvest. So in order to guarantee a good harvest the next year, they would have the Yule celebration. Part of the Yule celebration is cutting down, of course, the Yule tree and burning it. And then at the end of the festival, they actually save a small block of that log so they restart the Yule fire the next year. But it's in celebration of the harvest and in hopes that the next harvest will be just as good because it's done right around the winter solstice, which is right around December 25th. So when Christianity came in, they came in and they were trying to figure out a way to bring these pagans in so that they came up with Jesus was born December 25th. They just threw that date out there so they could bring these pagans that celebrated Yule over to Christianity, and that's how it kind of got started.
Yeah,
There it is.
What's up, games? Is it worth going to see? What, you don't have to go see it because this movie's from 2005. It's not in the theater. I mean, yeah, if you find a theater near you and they're showing Santa's sleigh, and you can,
Hey, you never know. He might have one of those cool dollar theaters. Remember
yeah,
those?
like pay $2.99. You get to
Well,
sit there.
it's so fucking low budget and bad. It's probably free on YouTube.
It's low budget, but it didn't look too horrible. It didn't look too horrible.
No,
I
it was
wouldn't
bad
say-
though. Oh, it wasn't.
No, we've watched worse, Jens. Bird
Yeah.
fucking demic, bro. Bird demic.
Yeah. Well, that
Driller
Driller Killer. Oh, that one was terrible.
or the absolute pinnacle of horrible, Sleepaway Camp 3.
Well, no, because I missed.
Actually, no, I take that back. Sleepaway Camp 2 was worse.
No, I disagree. I did not mind Sleepaway Camp 2. My only thing is that it didn't seem like a sequel to Sleepaway Camp, the first movie.
It was a money grab. For some reason, they decided to run it into the ground.
Well, the reason I say 3 was better, Lasso, 3 to me seemed a little bit more fun because it didn't take itself as seriously as 2 tried to. They went full campy, went stupid humor and everything in 3, and I thought it was actually more enjoyable than 2.
I haven't seen 3, so I'll have to check it out.
Well, I wasn't allowed to see number 2 because I hadn't seen number 1. But Lasso, you just said
I told you to watch all of them.
I had tips in, but no, I wasn't allowed to see number 2.
I was saying, like, if we were doing a review of all of the movies, so I was.
Yeah, but that's what you said. It had fuck all to do with number 1. So why did I need to see number 1? I wanted to do is see number 2.
No,
because
you
it's
had
part of the discussion.
Yeah, you had to see number 1 to know what was going on with the character from number 2.
There's backstory.
Not that much of a backstory, but
not much. I will have to admit, there's not much. If you could read a synopsis of the killer in 1, you could watch 2, no problem.
And that, but once again, when you're talking about a movie comparison of how this matched up with 1, if you didn't see how they did kills and everything else in 1, how can you say?
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know how sadistic. It's like if you watched Psycho 2 before you watched Psycho 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't watch them out of order. Definitely don't do that. If you're gonna watch 2, watch 1 first.
No, well, I'll never watch 2 then.
Well, I mean, I think you'll like the first one. It's actually a good movie.
I actually saw a little bit of this movie the other day. It was kind of weird. Krampus.
I know. Did I watch that? I can't remember if
I recall watching it, but I don't remember everything about it. I remember it being okay. That's all I really remember. And I think I was like really exhausted by the time I was watching it. So I kind of.
Yes, I was watching it fading out on the couch.
Yeah.
That's how I was watching this.
I know it's in a few different places and I forget where it was. I think it was either Netflix or HBO at some point. I'm
But-
actually kind of surprised it's not on Tubi.
All right. Also, all right. About this movie, I'm wondering, were they setting up for? Did they actually have the balls to set up for a sequel of this movie?
It did
Did
seem
they
like
think-
it, didn't it?
Did they think they were gonna?
Yeah, it did. It really did seem like it. Like, hey, maybe if it does well, we can do another one.
I highly doubt this was released in the theaters.
You know what? Once again, though, I mean, going back to that story, like there's some of the elements I thought were kind of cool. Like I like the grandfather,
Yeah.
a little bit zany. He kind of almost gave me that Doc Brown vibe at first, especially with like the page turning gadget that he had for the book.
He was very Doc Brownish. He even had the messed up hair, the Doc Brown messed up hair. But
He was spoilers though. He was the angel that like did the bet with.
then the curling competition.
Yeah, the curling competition closest to the hole, sort of thing, and that's why Santa Claus wanted revenge back on him, and it was where he knew where he was because fucking the kid who was like the protagonist of the film sent him a letter saying how much he wanted to have a doll's house or something. No, it was a baking set.
Yeah, easy bake oven.
Yeah, easy bake oven.
Easy bake oven and that. Where at the beginning of the film, he's like saying, "Oh, my life's messed up because I wanted He-Man." Oh, fucking and that
Yeah,
kid.
he said, "I wanted Castle Grayskull and Optimus Prime, and they would get me an easy bake oven."
Yeah.
Where you find out, like, no, he asked for it because he really and he put his name, and I forget the surname, but it was a funny surname that like that's when the like Santa Claus played by Goldberg knew. Oh yeah, there's a good chance that dude's gonna be.
How funny does that sound? What you just said, yes. Santa Claus played by Goldberg.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah,
and
I'll tell you something though.
And this is from 2005. Yeah, he looked. Oh, I liked his killer Santa Claus look, I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, like he did have the look of Santa Claus, but because in this alternative universe, he's supposed
barbarian Santa Claus, barbarian demon Santa Claus.
Yeah. And so even though he's still dressed like Santa Claus, he is sort of like more like of a like Hell's Angel biker sort of Santa Claus.
Remember at the end, he flat out says, "I hate kids." He flat out says it.
Yeah. Well, that was supposed to be the thing of the film that he's really evil in that, but because he lost the bet, he had to do 1,000 years of pretending he liked kids and was helping them.
And they go. I like when they go into like the old school claymation storyline of it.
Yeah, I like that too. Totally reminded me of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
That was a good touch.
Yeah, so I thought like Goldberg did all right. Like his acting was a bit sort of ropey, but what?
Oh, he's Goldberg.
Yeah,
like,
but
I mean, if you're gonna put Goldberg in something, you want him to be Goldberg. Right?
Yeah. Let's be honest, Heads. If you'd ever seen any of his early wrestling, he did more talking in this movie than he probably did in his whole early wrestling career with WCW.
Yeah,
and I knew he would. I swear, I don't know why I had this in the back of my head. He's gonna do the spear, and of course he does the fucking spear through the deli the counter. He fucking gets that guy right through the glass.
Yeah, because like his acting
before he kills him with the menorah.
But it's a fucking like cheesy sort of comedy horror, so it's not gonna be the best acting. But his acting was pretty good in it though. Like there was some scenes where as I say, he was kicking people.
He strangles a guy with the Christmas
Yeah.
tree. He fucking first he does like the CIA from behind move to flip the guy over your shoulder
Yeah,
with the Christmas wreath.
yeah, because he was the bouncer at the front of the stripper place.
Yeah,
that I
the,
didn't let him
the
in.
titty club that the pastor goes to.
Yeah, yeah. So I said, like, there were some good action scenes in it that, like, it was done quite good in that way. He was kicking people nearly as hard as he kicked
Bret
Bret
Hart?
Hart.
Yeah, I wonder if he gave anyone a concussion.
Oh, well, what about the dad that got the menorah? You remember him? Like he was like in what was that, Warehouse 13?
Yeah.
That wasn't his dad. That was his boss.
Oh, that was his boss. I thought that was supposed to be his dad because there was
No,
a
it was
picture
his
of
dad. Yeah,
him, the
I
kid,
thought-
and the
I
grandfather
thought
on
you
the
said
wall.
The one that got nailed to the wall with the menorah. That was his boss.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it was his dad who he worked for. I think.
No, he lived with his grandpa.
Yeah.
He didn't have no dad. He lived with his grandpa.
Yeah, that's right.
Bad thing.
Hang on. I'll
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, his name is Mr. Green in it.
Yeah.
It's
that
not
guy's been in
Nicholas Yules or whatever.
But that guy's been in a bunch of shit too. I've seen that guy in movies. They got. I can't believe. I'm still.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Now that I'm looking at the cast, it says James Caan uncredited. James Caan was like, "Get my name off this shit."
Yeah, the dude who played Mr. Green, he played like in one of the fucking Under Sieges, I think he was in. But he'd been in love.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Saul Rubinek.
Don't forget Lister.
He looks like a Saul Rubinek.
Don't forget Lister was in this one.
Oh yeah, Zeus himself.
Yeah.
Zeus himself is in this.
Oh, looks like he was in. He was in Star Trek: The Next Generation too.
All right, the guy who was the pastor, who was in a bunch of shit. Stripes, Coneheads, Rat Race. I think he was one of the, SCTV. If anyone's ever heard of that shit, where it's like where people like John Candy came from. Eugene Levy, I think. The pastor, the one who gets impaled on the.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing him in anything before.
He's pretty old school.
Yeah,
he was in Strange Brew.
Big character.
There you go. With Rick Moranis, right?
Uh-huh.
He's the other guy other than Rick Moranis in Strange Brew.
Doug. Was it Doug?
Okay.
Yeah, Bob and Doug McKenzie. I think he was Doug. Because Rick Moranis was Bob, I think.
It's been a long time since I watched that one.
I know. That's another one that's been hard to find for me when I've been looking for it in FYE.
So, Trino, what'd you think of this movie? Like, overall opinion? Like, would you watch this again? Would you actually like suggest this to someone or watch it again?
Yeah, I actually would. I thought that there was a lot of good parts of it, and I think that what's the name of the guy who played Evil Santa?
Goldberg.
Bill
Goldberg.
Yes, I thought he did a really good job as Evil Santa, and overall, I'm fine with this movie.
You would suggest this to someone?
I would tell them that it's not.
Yeah, you'd have to.
It's not a blockbuster hit for sure.
Give them the warning that it's cheesy.
Yeah, Yeah, I would definitely preface it, but other than that, like if I knew someone was like into um kind of like bad horror and stuff like I am, I would say, yeah, you would like this one.
Horror is horror comedy.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be as comedic as it was.
No, I didn't until like I'd watched the fucking trailer and I'd seen him throwing them bombs out of his sleigh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. So you actually watched the see? I didn't watch the trailer before I watched the movie. Yeah, what
Yeah.
did you think when you saw the trailer?
Oh yeah, well, like
You
it,
knew what you were in for, right?
yeah, yeah,
Basically.
they show in the trailer that this isn't a series. Like, even though the premises of the film could be quite serious in that for a horror film, but when you see the trailer, it's like no, it's definitely like they're having a laugh. It's like we're doing like a bit like Evil Dead or Nightmare on Elm Street, where there's going to be some quite horrific sort of kill scenes, but like is all tongue in cheek.
Hmm.
And Tommy, did you know of this movie beforehand? Did you ever hear of this movie?
I don't remember seeing anything for this movie, but I mean, honestly, I wasn't disappointed with this. Number one, nothing could disappoint me quite the way Poltergeist did. So I've got that bar. That is the lowest bar so far I've had. Like even Sleepaway Camp, 2 rather, is better than Poltergeist, and I would rewatch that a dozen times over. This was definitely this was above both of those bars. So I mean, I wasn't disappointed with this. I think it was comedic. I think some of the kills were kind of inventive. I mean, they weren't overly inventive, but they were entertaining. And I think Goldberg did some of his best acting, especially considering his time in the ring. He was a lot better in this than he was in the ring during WCW days. So no, I thought this was fun. I think the grandfather character was interesting. Like I say, he had that Doc Brown kind of quirkiness to him, and he also had the weird inventive shit of the father from Gremlins, Peltzer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Ron Peltzer. Yeah, Ron Peltzer's the name. Inventions of my game, and I kind of got a little bit of that hint from him as well. The girlfriend was a little bit annoying.
All right, well, the girlfriend
grandson.
helped her. Yeah, she did help him out a couple times though, because her dad was a gun nut, so she always had guns around.
Yeah, I bet just slightly annoying, and I did really like some. Hey, can I finish? Can I finish just for a second? Can I finish? And one other thing,
you're slagging off that bed. Oh, you was loving it when she gives him a transformer gun.
Yeah, that was the only cool part. The rest of it, she was a bit of a pain in the ass. No, but the other part I like is when she takes him to the gun club, and I like the inference that they make to South Park with the Would you say his name was the one with the voice box? And wow, that's really
Ned.
cool.
Ned.
I like that too. That's the only part that kind of like felt like a little redeeming for her when she took him to the gun club area, because there was parts in there where she was annoying.
So from South Park, when they can shoot animals, but only if they're like attacking them. So every animal they shoot, it's like, watch out, Ted! It's coming right at you.
It's coming right for us. That was what they had to scream. They had to scream. It's coming right for us.
Well, I mean, yeah, and you can't even say that she didn't get a little bit annoying, like when she could sit there and figure out a gun, but she couldn't figure out how to start a snowmobile.
Yeah. Well,
no. Yeah, she couldn't. She know how to start it. She was having trouble getting it started because it was a what do you call it? Pull motor, where she was pulling it, but she because like she wasn't all that big, and so her little arms, like probably like salty crackers who couldn't do 500 press ups in 24 hours, even though Yeah, that works out like 25 press ups an hour, but Salty couldn't do that. But anyway, she had like little arms that she wasn't getting enough pull on the fucking motor to start it.
I got a question for you, Jens. What'd you think of the bird? Did you mind the bird? She didn't annoy you?
No, she wasn't kicking ass, was she? She was just sort of like in
She taught him how to use fucking guns.
because he was a soy bitch.
I'm saying that she was growing up, or like we obviously see her father has a rocket launcher at the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, she was fucking trained by a dad who was a fucking like army fucking or at least a gun expert, because as you say, he fucking had a rocket launcher at the end. Spoilers.
All right, I'm talking about her involvement in the movie. What'd you think? Like that she was like kind of pivotal to the.
Yeah, but it's one of them like with Gremlins, where the dude's not all that smart, and so the bird has to help him out. But he, at the end of the film, he gets his balls and fucking sorts out the dude.
So you didn't mind it?
No,
you didn't mind the bird, is what I'm saying.
No, it was one of them where she emasculated him so much that he had to man up at the end. It was rather.
I wouldn't say she emasculated him so much. How did she emasculate him? Just because her dad grew up around guns, he didn't. That's not emasculating.
Yeah, she said that he hit like a girl.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That's a comedy moment where he's like, "Well, you kiss like
a god." Yeah, he actually said you kiss like a god.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, well, it's one of them films where she emasculates him, and he's got a choice. He either mans up at the end, or he goes home and watches Gary from Nerdrotic complain about Doctor Who. Fucking.
Let me tell you, you missed something there, though, Jens, because he didn't man up, because he told her that she kissed like a boy. There was still some soy there, Jens. Still soy.
no, because he took out fucking Goldberg, Santa Claus, with the Nutcracker.
Bob, but
first he blasted him with the shotgun when Santa was chasing them on their truck.
Yeah, but at the end, he took him out with the Nutcracker because Goldberg fired his like Mario mouthball fireball thing.
The shotgun that time you noticed that something was.
No, yeah, it goes from a side by side to an over under. After it gets loaded, I don't know how they missed that. Like, how do you screw that up?
I don't know.
I just knew Goldberg was going to spear someone. I thought it was going to be into a Christmas tree, like an actual tree out, like a Rockefeller Center size Christmas tree.
Yeah.
He didn't string anyone up on a Christmas tree either. I know. I was expecting.
He did use lights to strangle somebody.
He did use lights to strangle someone, but it's not like someone walked into the murder scene and someone was strung up on a.
Yeah, you would think that at least one person would have gotten impaled with a Christmas tree.
Well, instead of the Christmas tree, they decided to go with the menorah and nail the guy to the wall with a menorah instead.
Just by his throat. In the air, he's like hanging in the air, like the predator nailed him to the wall.
Yeah.
So they replaced the Christmas tree with a menorah.
You also notice he's like nonchalantly flying through the sky on the fucking on the sleigh with the killer buffalo that's pulling him through the air, and no one's like maybe we should look around in the sky and see if this is going on. Say something.
Well, what about the little comedy aspect when the guy tries to get a hold of NORAD? and saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, is this Santa plot course real? How old are you first off?
Oh,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
16.
yeah.
Oh, didn't they have that talk with you, kid?"
When he goes on the internet. Yeah, when he goes on the internet. Yeah.
And it's called gonad. Like, what did gonad stand for? We know what NORAD stands for.
Yeah. Gonad, what I've known as is testicles. It's
Balls, gonads.
No,
Yep.
I know what that. I know.
You go-
Okay, you're not. This is not Janet from another planet. I know what gonads are, but the Santa tracking thing was gonad. What the hell does that stand for?
Right.
Probably nothing.
Might have been a what do you call it, where the letters stand for something, but yeah.
Maybe it was a website for predators. Because the kid said he was 16. I don't know.
Oh yes.
Maybe gonad is where you go to see the X-rated porn version of this movie.
What would be the no, I'm not gonna do that.
Santa's lay.
I liked when the priest was praying for the people and the names were Crystal Candy and Dixie Rex.
Yeah, the strippers that
After he burned down the strip club.
got killed in the fire that Goldberg set on fire with some kind of Christmas little
Yeah,
present.
I like
It was a piece of coal.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. A steaming hot piece of coal he pulls out of his pocket.
I like that part. See, when he threw that coal and he was like
Naughty.
naughty, yeah. I wanted him to like look at their breasts and then say nice.
You know what? You know what though? That kind of reminded me of another film, and I'm sure Slasher remembers that one, Silent Night, Deadly Night, because every time he took him out, he said
Yeah, naughty.
Yeah.
Well, he also Me Too's a stripper when he walks in.
Oh well,
And,
yeah, but it's
and then he points that there's a mistletoe above him.
Yeah. And there was another bit where he's trying to get the kids and that the sort of protagonist of the film, and he throws a Christmas bauble that's
Oh wait!
like
Also, before he starts throwing those bombs, he unibombs 2 kids. Remember, he basically unibombs 2 kids right in front of their fucking parents.
Yep. They open the packages and their heads blow off.
And then the grandmother's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the reaction of every grandparent when the grandkids heads blow off. Oh shit! Not this again.
Wait, didn't she say FUCK?
Probably. I remember, like, after the bomb went off, like the kids had no heads, and there were like 2 sweaters. They were like 2 burnt sweaters holding presents. This is good, man. I gotta say, whoever wrote this, congratulations.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't hate it.
You got a 6th sense of humor.
Oh,
Whoever wrote this.
Yeah, it was a comedy kill sort of moment because there was the bit and all at the beginning where this old woman who had been a bit nasty to the dude talking about
the next victim after the first family.
Yeah, and she's like driving home, and there's Goldberg Santa behind her with his sort of like
killer buffalo.
Buffalo reindeer. Yeah, and he's bibbing sort of thing, like, and she's like, "Screw you," sort of thing. So then he just rams her, and he
goes flying off the road.
it's like in that you can tell like a stuntman had just been hitting it like at 60 and then just smashed into like the side at 60. But in the film, it just looks like she's doing like 30 or something. And then once she gets nudged, and it's only like a little nudge because later on,
Yeah, it didn't look like a it didn't look like a fucking full. Because it's the way they cut it. They just showed the buffalo monster's head, like
yeah,
behind her, and then all of a sudden, I think she went flying off the road. It didn't look like
and then you see a wreckage sort of like on fire and that shit.
Well, what about right before he goes into the grandfather's house to go after him, and he starts taking out all the carolers on the porch?
Yeah, he breaks a
Oh
woman's neck.
Jesus! He's like hitting them in the head with the axe and shit.
Yeah, he grabs a woman and does like what the Ultimate Warrior used to do, just carelessly.
Yeah, he gorilla presses her throat first on the fucking rail.
And then when he finally corners them in the alleyway and he runs Grandpop down, Grandpop got run over by a reindeer.
He's kind of like the way Schwarzenegger was in as Mr. Freeze, like doing how he was doing all the Mr. Freeze was doing all the ice
Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of doing the same shit. Like he had a bunch of Christmas kill puns.
That's right.
They were really trying to market Santa Claus as Freddy Krueger or Jason. That's a good job. I like it.
Those one-liners do it for me.
He had so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Goldberg could have had a better acting career than he did. Why does John Cena get to be the only one after The Rock who gets a movie career? I think Goldberg is worthy of a movie career.
Yeah, well, I think with Goldberg though, because he was really good at beating the crap out of inanimate objects. Like when he has to like kick a door in and that, he really bolts it nearly as hard as he did.
He was ramming stuff left and right.
Yeah, but I think when
shoulder blocking like a fucking submarine looking door.
Yeah, but when it comes to like beating up people, I think he probably does kick them a bit too hard, like he did Bret Hart.
He could have been the Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Well, he had that sort of like able to smash through walls and doors and that.
Yeah. Or the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wrestlers that seem to have better movie careers than him. Like Batista has a better movie career than he does.
Batista owes everything he's doing though to James Gunn, so I don't know if you could say that's a big movie career.
No, but Batista has got like a bit of quite a big movie sort of thing because he's been in Bond films. Obviously, the fucking kind of Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's done like odd films where he's done his own sort of like. There was one where a football pitch had a bomb in it, and that.
Yeah, but once again, what I'm saying is, Jens, he owes that to Gunn. Because Gunn was the first one that had him in something, and that's when he put him in that first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
No. Gunn made him big.
I think he was in the. I don't remember which.
The Longest Yard, maybe.
No, it was one of the James. James. I was gonna say James Craig. Who the fuck is James Craig? Daniel Craig Bond movies. He was in one of them before Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's what probably got him his role in Guardians of the Galaxy. First of all, Batista was in this really shitty movie. Yeah.
Universal Soldier. I almost forgot.
Oh,
Actually,
he was in
he
that
was in
too?
yeah, he was in something I don't really remember this one,
I
Malcolm
know
X.
Goldberg was in a Universal.
He was in Malcolm X in 1992. I really don't recall that.
Who?
Malcolm X with
Yeah,
Denzel Washington.
Who
yeah.
was in that?
Goldberg.
Denzel Washington.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
listed right here on his movie credits.
Holy shit!
it was like one of Denzel. I think he got an Oscar and all that.
Oh,
shit
so
for
that's
it.
when he was a football player, not a wrestler. Okay.
No, no, I'm talking about Denzel Washington. He got an Oscar, I think, or he got nominated. You know, because like it was one of them where it's like, oh yeah, Malcolm X. Fuck you.
Oh, this came out the same year as The Longest Yard, huh? Both in 2005.
I thought Malcolm X came out.
There was a bunch of wrestlers in the Longest Yard. There was
Yeah.
Goldberg, Nash, Austin,
Great Khali.
Yeah.
Great Khali, that the fucking giant roided out black dude. That guy, he wasn't a wrestler in America, but he was an MMA
Guy
player.
that was
Bob Sapp.
played.
Bob
Yeah.
Sapp. But he was a wrestler. What's his face? Oh no, wait. Because there were also football players in that movie.
Yeah, because they had Michael Irvin in it.
But there was a bunch of wrestlers in the Longest Yard. I mean, if you're gonna put a wrestler in a movie, you might as well have them do action stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually, yeah.
Because Hulk Hogan is terrible. Suburban Commando sucked.
Is that the one with Christopher Lloyd and
Yep.
like, yeah, Doc Brown, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What about thingy though? Was it something Nanny? Wasn't it?
Was it Mr. Nanny?
Yeah, I think it might have been. Hulk Hogan's a nanny.
Oh yeah. First of all, Zeus was in this movie, and that movie where I first saw Zeus, that movie sucked. That movie was stupid. No holds barred. I saw that movie in the theater as a kid, as a little Hulkamaniac. I was like, this movie sucks.
What? No hold bars.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Well, it wasn't going to be the greatest of films. It had Hulk Hogan in it.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be Hulk Hogan's big breakout after Rocky 3.
Oh, Universal Soldier. Since that was 1999, that was actually when because that's the first one they had listed here. Even though the other thing said he was in Malcolm X, there's no listing here for film and television. That's kind of odd. Why did I have that listed under him if it's...
Sure, it's Malcolm X. It's Malcolm in the Middle.
No. This legit said, like I looked up movies he was in, and initially it does say Malcolm X, but when I'm looking here, he's not listed on it.
It's Malcolm X in the middle.
I think this was just a blooper that got thrown into the movie list. See, this is why you always got to double check, because Google always screws everything up.
Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle. I know. They showed a WCW clip in the opening of Malcolm in the Middle. I know that the show not Malcolm X. Malcolm in the Middle.
Well, I would say it could have been in Malcolm X, but it could have been like one of them
uncredited.
Because like he like with Van Damme.
He hit Malcolm X with the spear in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, in the middle of one of his speech when he's talking about how the white man is bringing the side. He's being paid by the globalists, the commie globalists, to shut Malcolm X up by bringing tackling it.
And you hear Tony Schiavone like, he hit him with the spear.
Yeah. Like, God, I don't think Malcolm's gonna survive this. Get an ambulance. Yeah, do you think? Because like,
I don't know. Go. All right. When you're a wrestler, though, you're two things. You're two things. You're an actor and a stuntman rolled up into one.
yeah.
So, don't you think that more wrestlers should be successful when they transition from wrestler to actor?
Well, some of them, their acting's a bit shit though, isn't it? Because in
Yes.
wrestling,
Even in wrestling, they're acting.
yeah, yeah. If your acting's a bit shit in wrestling, they'll usually either make your character like fucking sort of like speakable, like the Undertaker, where they don't say fuck all, or they'll get you a manager who'll do all your talking.
He was in Malcolm X in 1992. He's listed as the John.
Oh,
Bill Goldberg. Yeah, I found it. It's in the list.
That means he's getting a prostitute somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a very, very, very small role, but no, he actually was in it. That's kind of odd. And this is why I say you can never trust Wikipedia or any of these other sites. And I went on IMDb. And even IMDb had him listed, but if you go to Wikipedia doesn't have that listed at all under his credits. So once again, when you look at Google and you look at Wikipedia, don't believe everything you see. You got to double check it.
So Goldberg's getting hosed in that movie?
Apparently. It must be a really quick cameo in there because he's like all the way in the bottom of the credits.
I gotta say, good on you, Goldberg. Not forgetting hookers in movies. I'm saying,
well, at least you know what? It makes sense though, Slasher. That's why he cleaned the pole because he knows what they have.
I'm saying for Goldberg himself, I'm like, good on him because he got a failed football career. Then he was like kind of like a flash in the pan in pro wrestling, but it was big when he was a flash in the pan in pro wrestling. It was a big moment. And then he went on doing Hollywood and occasionally doing BS movies like this shit. They were really setting up for a part 2. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they would have did a part 2.
I do too.
Evil Santa survived. He don't get killed. Which you thought he would have get a rocket. The killer sort of buffalo reindeer got killed.
Holy shit, did that thing get killed?
Yeah.
Someone comes out of the blue with a rocket launcher, blow that shit out of the sky.
We got him this time. We're gonna make some soup out of him.
What was it instead of camels on his
llamas?
Llamas.
Llama cigarettes.
This like fucking old school Indian dude who's they're doing like a combination of snowboarding and skeet shooting.
Oh yeah, there was a bit of a chase when they do a really good stunt scene with that snow speed bike sort of thing. Because there was a bit where it jumps over like one car and lands on the bonnet of another car and drives over it. Where there's a good stunt scene.
Oh yeah, not everything looks shit in this movie. Not everything.
No. There were some good stunts in it. Like as I said, like Goldberg is like fighting sort of like scenes where he was beating up like dudes that like because he killed some cops and all. Where he was just killing.
Oh yeah, he did a Terminator.
Yeah.
He legit does the Terminator and kills a whole precinct.
Oh, come on. No. How absolutely hilariously inept were the freaking officers in that town, too? Oh, yeah. Let's take this kid and those Amish guys outside.
They're all short, fat, stupid looking guys.
Well, no, one of them was real tall, wasn't he? But the other one was real
He was
short.
still as stupid as the short, fat ones.
Yeah, they was eating donuts all the time and
It was
all.
that moron at the fucking desk, at the fucking the walk-in desk.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
did you see the one guy that he took all the pins that was
Yeah,
in the shape
yeah,
of
the
a
one who.
Christmas tree?
Oh, yeah, he was smart enough to decipher that on the map, all the killings were going around like a Christmas tree.
yeah. And then there was the bit where the cop at the desk, the dude or the protagonist of the film, started like winding this dude up, noticing that there was two chief officers, one called Dick and one called Bush.
Cock. Or a cock and bush.
Oh yeah, one called Cock, one called Bush, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, do, do you like Bush?" And they go, "No,
I
I prefer."
prefer. He's like, I
No.
prefer. No. And they
I
go
like-
into like a fucking 40-minute thing about this. It
Yeah,
felt
like
40 minutes.
he's like, I like working for cock better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind Bush, but I prefer Cock.
Guy, I sure hope somebody's not clipping that on you, Jens.
I don't care because fucking I'm so masculine. I've had sex with enough women to know that fucking it's definitely Bush for me. Oh, vagina, depending on.
I can't
Anyway,
say I ever heard a British
I'll be
person
worried.
say the word vagina. I've
What?
never heard that the word vagina from a British person before.
Well, that's what it's called.
I know, but they usually call it like minge or stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Hey,
beef
Mingy. Mingy, are you okay, Mingy?
What do they call it? Mingy?
Minge.
I've never heard that before.
No?
No.
Yeah. That South Park anyway, like Mingy.
It says on IMDb this movie made $6,000, not like a little under $7,000.
I'll tell you what, that's
worldwide.
5,000 more than I think that it probably would have made if it was actually in a theater.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm
made
pretty
money.
sure this was a direct release.
You think like maybe 2 theaters played this probably.
And they were probably local where it was filmed.
Where Goldberg lives now.
Yeah. The cinema was like contracted.
And he showed up and you're going to play it or you're next.
Yeah. Like, I thought you said it was Jeff Goldberg. No, fucking.
Jeff Goldberg.
Yeah. No, yeah, but the cinema's like, oh yeah, we're playing it, but we thought it was Jeff Goldblum as Santa.
How about we do a movie where Jeff Goldblum and Bill Goldberg step into the machine like the Fly, and then we get Goldberg Bloom.
Yeah.
Bloomberg.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Okay, you see Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldberg, Bird Bloom.
Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah, just spear tackling people.
I thought that and then he just spears someone.
Yeah, the bird who's gonna be like the female sort of love interest is all like, "You're worrying me. You're just not acting yourself," and then he just fucking spear tackles her. No, like, get out. It's like, obviously, she's doubled up in pain. It just crawls out.
Does Goldberg still have an acting career? I wonder.
Well, it would do if the film script was right.
The last thing I seen that he did was 2018.
What was it?
He did 2 movies: Fury of the Fist and the Golden Fleece, and Con Man.
Con Man. Let me see. Sounds familiar.
Okay, I see he played Big Sir on The Flash. I don't know if anyone knows the character Big Sir. The big
Oh
goofy guy.
yeah. Yep.
No, I don't.
He's this big doofus. He's
Yeah.
like a strongman type character, but he's just a big doofus.
Right.
Which is believable if he's playing it, you know.
I don't think. Would you say Goldberg is a doofus? I wouldn't say he's a doofus.
He does not always make the best decisions.
Well,
Yeah.
in wrestling, he didn't make the best decisions.
No, definitely not.
Well, the thing with Goldberg is he's a big dude, so he doesn't really have to learn how to fight because he's just used to just booting people in the head. And
Yeah, that's kind of how that you know what? You just basically summed up his fucking wrestling career by saying what you just said.
yeah,
That's kind of what the Road Warriors were. They didn't have to fucking build up their shit. They were just the Road Warriors. They were big roided out guys who like Ultimate Warrior. They were big roided out guys who went into the ring and legit hurt people because they were so inexperienced.
yeah. And the thing with Goldberg and all is because he can't wrestle all that good, he knows that he's got either the choice of not hating them, but then it won't look that good, or hating
But
them.
that makes you a
but
shit
looking good.
wrestler. That makes you a shit wrestler because someone else's
you're right.
life is in your hands.
Yeah, well, you're right. He is. He's a shit wrestler. That's why he don't really wrestle much. Especially after he booted for Bret Hart's skull.
This is like the fucking third or fourth time you brought that up.
No, but it was though, wasn't it? Everyone.
We got the Bret Hart Appreciation Society over here in Jens.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, he's a bit of a like loose. He's not all that concerned about people.
Were you about to say he's a loose cannon? He is a bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah, he's
Like the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior was definitely a loose cannon.
Yeah, but he's all that concerned about the opponent or his teammate, sort of like who he's wrestling against or pretend fighting against. Health, he'll just boot them.
Well, Tommy, you're saying Ultimate Warrior wasn't a loose cannon. You're saying he wasn't.
No, I was going to say that I seen something else. NCIS.
Oh, okay.
He did 5 episodes for NCIS through 2018 to 2022 as well. And then apparently he was on some other show called The Goldbergs.
I hate all those. Oh wait, Bill Goldberg was on the Goldbergs. What a fucking, it's like, haha. They're like, get it? Goldberg was on the Goldbergs.
It was a good show at first. It was good 80s nostalgia. But then I kind of like got bored with it.
Yeah, I thought there was 1 or 2 bits that was all right in it, but that's because it had the dude from KB Enthusiasm. I forget his
Larry
name.
David.
No, the fat mate is Larry David's fat mate.
I don't watch the Goldbergs. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that was the dad in it who is Larry David's manager.
No, I never actually saw an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So
Yeah, me neither.
Oh,
I've heard a lot about it, and I would rewatch it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, it's real funny because like there was one bit right where um one of Laurie David's mates needed a liver and or a kidney, one of the two. I think it was a liver. So well, anyway, him and the other dude who's in that Goldberg, they were like doing paper, rock, and scissors to see which one of them fucking gives the liver up and that. Well, oh no, they were doing eeny, meeny, miny, more. That was it. And Larry David thought he knew that if he started with him, but anyway, they said it the wrong way round, and so Larry David's supposed to give like, but anyway, he's arguing in that, and like fucking, he's like, oh yeah, you should give it, and then his wife comes in, and she's like, what? No, that fat fuck wants a bab surgery. He ain't doing shit. So Larry Davis has to like give the liver. But when you see it, it's real funny. Fucking gave you reviews as a.
He was also in a music video for Megadeth.
Right, yeah. Because like.
Goldberg.
Oh,
this had to have been like later on, like really.
This is 1999.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Megadeth Crush 'Em.
Oh, you know what I think it was, because WCW was getting really fucking desperate, and they were like hiring musical acts to like constantly make music for them and shit, and they made like you know how WWF had the albums they would put out with the
yeah.
They were doing this. WCW was doing this with like actual bands at one point. They were fucking.
Oh, here's another weird one. The Jesse Ventura story. He plays Luger in the Jesse Ventura story.
Wait.
Which is weird because that was in 1999. Like
Goldberg plays Luger.
That's what it says here.
So he's wearing a blonde wig, I guess.
I'm assuming so.
Who's playing thingy? Who was it? Jesse Bonaventura. Who's playing Jesse? Is it Jesse?
Niles Allen Stewart. Isn't it that guy from Niles Allen Stewart? Why does that name sound familiar? Oh my God, that's the guy that played Reno. You remember that guy, Reno? I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
The WCW guy, Reno.
Yeah.
He had that crazy, like he was bald, but he had that.
Right, he had the tail. This is what it looks like. It looks like that guy. I mean, not unless I'm seeing something wrong here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, is Arnie Schwarzenegger sort of thing in the fucking documentaries or film? As in, like, someone plays it?
What, in the Jesse Ventura one?
Yeah, because Jesse Ventura.
I never saw the Jesse Ventura one. I didn't see that one.
I know, but no. Tommy has got like those listings there. So is it any appearance of Arnie in there, Tommy?
No. I don't see it.
Must be all his wrestling sort of.
Yeah, most of it's all wrestlers.
Yeah.
I would just think that more wrestlers would, convert from being a wrestler to an actual full-time actor. I'd say they should do better.
Yeah,
so we get corny ass motherfuckers like John Cena. John Cena is so fucking corny. Oh, God.
Yeah, but he's a puppet, isn't he? Because he
seems like such a fucking puppet.
Oh yeah, he is.
He was a professional wrestler at one time. This Niles Allen. He was a wrestler for IWF, run by Eddie Mansfield, and he was the Stomper. Beyond that, it doesn't say much else about him.
Rather than go down the fucking further road of wrestling talk.
Yeah, I know. We kind of went down the rabbit hole talking about Bill Goldberg's other movies.
Yeah, I guess it's what happens when we see Goldberg murdering people throughout a whole movie. Sorry. Sorry,
Yeah,
Sheena.
no, you know what? I don't think this is bad, though.
No, I liked it.
Yeah,
I'd say it was all right. Yeah, I'd say it was all right. Oh, right. I'd say it's all right. Gotta have the right set of mind to watch a movie and see something like this and be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: the movie must have been good enough that even though we're not exactly talking about this movie, we are talking about somebody who was in the movie still at this point, and we haven't talked about a whole host of other things. So we're still running off the rabbit hole because Bill Goldberg was in this movie.
Because he's in this. Yeah. Oh, also, yeah, because of what he's playing. Would you like? Yeah, Tommy, when he broke out in '97, would you ever think years later he'd be playing a killer Santa Claus in a movie?
And not unless he was a mute. I mean, from his early career, no.
But
I think he did well in this for what he had to do. I thought he did very well.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I didn't even know he did any movies.
I know he was, because before I even heard about this shit, I knew that he did that Universal Soldier shit where it was years that Universal Soldier went from the Van Damme Dolph Lundgren movie to a bunch of like straight to VHS movies. And then I think in like 99 or 2000, it was around that time.
Well, actually, Van Damme wasn't in this one with Goldberg because that one was listed as the return, and that was the last
99
one.
or 2000. Something
Yeah,
like
that was the last one because they did something. What is it, like 3 more after that? I think.
Yeah, well, there was one with Scott Atkins in.
Are they still doing Universal Soldier movies that they don't release?
Don't know.
That guy's pretty recent, right? Scott Atkins. What did you say? He's from the 2000s?
Yeah. It was
2012.
Right, yeah, because like it was called Universal Soldier Reborn or something like that.
Day of Reckoning.
Oh, right, yeah, Day of Reckoning.
There was also one called Regeneration right before it.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I don't know if Scott Atkins was in that one at all. It might have been because like there was one where he was fighting Dolph Lundgren at the end, but then it might be.
Lundgren is in this last one, Day of Reckoning.
Oh, all right, well, yeah, it's that one. Pretty good.
So 6 movies total.
I don't think I'd be able to bring myself to watch an entire Universal Soldier movie after the first one. I love the first one. I don't think I would like anything after that. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up.
Wrap it up,
Trina.
man.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun. I actually really did like the movie. And I'd love to do this again with you guys.
Yeah, I got a movie coming up next week if anyone's available for New Year's Eve. I know a lot of family stuff goes on New Year's Eve, but I mean New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah. I might be able to do that. So send me a link. And what will you be reviewing?
Well, I'll say it before before I wrap up.
Okay.
But you're doing a stream this week.
Yes, I'm doing a stream on my channel. Yeah, at the Lasso of Truth, and it's on Wednesday at 7, and we're doing Jack Frost. It's on Tubi. There's a few of them. There's a few Jack Frosts out there. The one we're doing, if you look at the title cards on Tubi, it looks like he has like crazy teeth. So that's the one we're doing. Yeah, so you're coming on, right, Slasher?
Yeah.
And Tommy will be there, Vinny will be there, a few other people. Jens, does 7 p.m. Eastern time, is that a time that works for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. I just want to get a drink.
Well, put down the bottle of soy and answer the lady's question.
Oh, what was it? Sorry, so.
Well, I'm doing horror reviews on my channel, and if you are available at on our time, on my time Eastern, it's 7 p.m. If that time works for you, hit me up on Twitter and let me know, and you can be a guest on the panel if you want.
All right, yeah. And what day is it?
What's that?
What day?
Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, my time. I don't know what that translates to your time.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's I think 12 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if that works for you, and you can join us.
All right, but Trina, also, you got to let them know that we watched the movie separately.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
right.
And then it's not like what we do on here, where we watch the movie and then review it.
Yeah, so I haven't set up watch parties. I'm not sure if I will, like in the future, maybe like once in a while I'll do that, but right now we're watching it. We're all watching it on our own and then talking about it on stream.
Oh yeah. What film is it?
It's Jack Frost. It's free to watch on Tubi over here. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Yeah. Seen. Yeah, Jack Frost. Yeah.
I'll message you all the details about it.
Right. Yeah.
Anything else, Trina?
No, I think that's about it.
Oh, thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through for the first time on my channel.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We have the same type of interest in movies.
Yes, that's very cool. I'm glad. I'm happy about that.
Thanks, Jens, for coming through, man.
Yeah. Thanks for fucking letting us fucking all on that shit and fucking showed us some half decent movies.
Sometimes half decent movies.
Oh yeah. There is the odd one where
There's some I do a stream about, and it's not movies I like.
Hey, we're talking about movies. Hopefully, I've been saying this, but I've got that Geach fucking thing to do, and I've got
your wrestler friend.
Yeah, and I've got the fucking clip of his like end career fucking. It's so bad. They have to edit it. You don't really see the full sort of fucking move that gets done on him, but you see enough of it that you're like, oh yeah, shit. No wonder he fucking stopped wrestling after that.
Like he had Taz suplex him on his neck or something. So like it might as well have been, right?
Yeah. Well, but I've got like the thing here now. I've just got to put it together, and that I've had it for about a week or two now, though. But I'm a lazy cunt, and I haven't been asked to put it together because I've got to fucking edit it and all that. Even though it's about a minute, there's only because like that's how much he wrestled. He wrestled about a minute's worth, and so his career lasted for about 2 months. But as I say, most of that was just him bragging about how good he was and not getting anywhere near the ring. So when he got
You seem to really enjoy talking about that.
no, it's not like I get any fucking enjoyment out of fucking seeing one of my mates getting fucked up, but it's just the career. You're the one that wanted to see his show reel, and I said, "Oh,
I would like to actually.
well, that's what I'm doing."
Jens. All right, you know what? I'll try to look up clips of the guy that I know who was a wrestler, the kid that I grew. He was like maybe like a year or two older than me.
No, but it'll be good though.
He was in Ring of Honor for like 5 fucking seconds.
No, was it? Well, at least he got to Ring of Honor. My mate,
No, actually, no joke. He was in Ring of Honor when it started, and he was gone very quickly.
Yeah, well, he must have had. But he must have had a wrestling career to have entered.
He did. He was on the Indies. His name is Mike Tobin. Let me see if I can find this guy. And
Well,
no joke. That's his real name, and he used his real name as his wrestling name.
Yeah, well, I was going to say this Geach. He was wrestling for about 3 months, and 2 of them months he wasn't even going anywhere near the ring. And the month that he did go in the ring, it ended like.
Okay. All right. I just typed in Mike Tobin wrestling on YouTube, Jens, and
Yeah.
no joke. Apparently, in 2006, he had a match against Nikolai Volkov.
Oh well, there we go.
And Nikolai Volkov.
Well, yeah, one of the Nikolai's brothers, isn't it?
Jesus.
So
there
we go. Geach, he didn't wrestle really anyone. Well, there was 2 who he did. Well, there was a few that he wrestled, but there was no one who he like big names.
Shit. His name is the Geach, and he can't wrestle. What do you think? He's gonna wrestle The Rock on his first fucking day in wrestling?
It couldn't be. I tell you something. If Vince McMahon was in charge, he might have done one of them crazy matchups where he put that one-legged kid against fucking.
Oh, that fucking! Don't get me started on that fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ! You're gonna bring me back to a whole other stream I had a couple months ago. I mean, maybe a year ago. Whatever.
Yeah, well, the comedy value of seeing Geach going up against a professional would have been great because he'd have been legging it around the ring for most of it, and it'd have been one of them where
mass transit style. It would have been mass transit all over again.
Yeah, well, it'd have been one of them where when he finally, because Vince McMahon would not let Geach back in the dressing room until he got slammed around the ring a few times. So finally, when whichever pro wrestler grabs him in that, he'd freeze up, and then so when he's getting slammed around, he'd be injured and he'd be getting like stretchered off, and not in like the fucking let's pretend they've got an injury.
Shout out to Jens's friend, by the way, that he keeps.
Yeah, get off.
He revels in your fucking your ability to not move around anymore because of because of one wrestling move that was done to you.
No, as I say, I can laugh about this because he didn't get severely. Well, he got severely injured, but he sort of like got past it. If you know what I mean, he didn't get like crippled.
This is the holiday season. We're supposed to.
He could have got crippled.
We're supposed to be kind of greedy.
All I'm saying is, he was lucky that he just got like very fucking severe concussion instead of getting a severe fucking leg break or whatever.
Let's stop hearing about the horrific events of your friend.
You want to see the show reel when you see it.
Listen. When you actually get it made, let me know because I will be the first in line to see it. But I would like to ask you right now: do you have anything to plug?
Hopefully that show reel will geech when I do it because I'm gonna do it. I will definitely.
Shout out to the geech, by the way.
Yeah. Because as I say, if he could have wrestled just a little bit, he'd have been able to. Because his mic work was so fucking good, but he unfortunately wasn't able to keep up with the big boys in the.
He should have been a manager, right? Should have just stayed being a manager, right?
Yeah. He did a bit of commentary afterwards. By the way, and then I've got a live stream, hopefully
More
on
bitching at my nerds, of course.
Yeah, and hopefully, Nelson the gentleman might be on because, well, if all goes well, he wants to come on and that to say how much he liked watching Accident Man with Scott Atkins in. So that probably will be what's happening on this stream on Tuesday. And and then I've got a Twitter account at 27A Pedersen. Cheers.
Where you do what? Bitch about soy nerds.
No, I just fucking usually.
Yeah, no, you ain't very active on Twitter. I noticed that.
No, I usually use it for DMs. So
I'm not anymore either. I used to be very active on Twitter. I don't do that anymore. I I'll occasionally, say shit, but. And if thanks for coming through, Jens. And if he's still here, if he could hear us, can he still hear us?
Hello.
Did he fall asleep? Tommy.
Is there anybody in there?
Thank you, Tommy, for coming through.
No, it was fun. It was a good movie. No complaints, no worries. And by now, everybody should know where to find me. It's right there on your screen. Hurry up and get on board because we are assimilating all the way through the holidays, and we do have a holiday special. If you bring them more than one friend, we will assimilate every last one of your family too. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Check out the shorts. Do it now. We command you. We are the Guinea Pig Collective, and all will be assimilated. Resistance is futile, even all the way through the holidays.
Merry Christmas to you and your family, everybody. I'll say Merry Christmas.
Merry Pigmas.
That's not too offensive, right? It's just wishing someone Merry Christmas offensive.
That is the holiday coming up, so yeah. Merry Christmas,
it is,
everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
No one gets offended over Happy New Year's.
I know.
Wait a minute. You want to get people offended? Okay. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas
Is.
So is Gremlins.
Nope.
Gremlins is absolutely a Christmas movie.
Not.
Yes, it is.
Gremlins is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but Christmas movies only need to be about Christmas. They don't have to have any like Santa Claus in them.
the main part of the plot needs to be Christmas.
Wasn't Gizmo given as a Christmas gift?
He could have been
Gizmo,
given. He could have been given as a birthday present.
Nah,
Gizmo,
get
yeah,
out of
then
here.
yeah, but then you know what? If Gizmo was given as a birthday present, it would have been a birthday movie, not a
Yeah,
Christmas movie.
exactly.
Yeah, and in Die Hard, it's all happening at Christmas
At the
time.
Christmas party.
And once
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
you could replace that with any other party, and it's still an action movie.
Yes,
Sorry.
Yeah,
of
but
course,
it can
of
be
course
both.
It's a
No.
Christmas
Yeah.
action movie.
It's once again. This is my argument. It's Christmas themed. It's not a Christmas movie.
Hey Tommy,
Hmm.
is Santa's Sleigh a Christmas movie?
You know what? It does make sense because it only happens on Christmas.
Well, so does Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
No, it only happens because Santa only supposed to come around during Christmas
No.
because it
No,
has to
no.
do with Christmas itself. Once again, Die
No.
Hard could have taken. I don't want to hear it.
No, because
Wait,
No,
yeah,
no,
wait,
your
wait,
argument is weak. Your argument is
Wait,
weak.
no,
Jens,
no, the other thing, wait, because
Jens. Is Santa's Sleigh a Christmas movie?
not really, but it is Christmas themed, so you could class it as a Christmas movie. Even though
Santa's
it's a
Sleigh isn't a Christmas movie.
no,
The
it's
movie
not a
we
Christmas
just watched.
movie.
The movie
It's a
we just
horror
watched.
Christmas. Well, yeah, it's a Christmas movie. It's like
There's
Die
still,
Hard.
There's still Christmas themed
Yeah.
stuff in the movie.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
based around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and like
The main plot of the story is Christmas. Without Christmas, the main plot of the story doesn't work.
well, in Die Hard, if it weren't for it being Christmas, the plot line of them taking the tower because they take the towers because they know it's Christmas time. And
Oh
all
my
the
god!
time.
Oh my god! You could have supplemented that with any other type of freaking gathering where everybody got together in that
Yeah,
building,
well-
and it would still been the
Well,
same
on this
action movie.
occasion, they do it about Christmas, and that's
Yeah.
why it's a Christmas movie.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
such
right.
a weak argument. Such a
No,
weak
no,
argument. Yeah,
you're
I'm
just
sorry
wrong,
it is.
Tommy. You're just wrong.
No.
Yeah, you're
Tommy,
just wrong.
You guys just want it to be a Christmas movie. That's the problem.
It's just
no,
it
it's-
just is.
But it's
No,
not.
yeah, well, all right then. How come it has fucking sleigh bells singing as the tune of the song that it goes in?
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho! Come on,
Yeah.
man.
It gets a Christmas
Written
present.
written in blood. Come on.
So once you get past the beginning of the movie with that, what is the main point of the movie? It's no longer Christmas. It's an action movie.
Of
No.
course, it's an action movie.
Yeah,
I
but
was
it
just
can be
saying that
both.
Yeah,
It can be both
exactly.
because if you take the Santa out of this movie, it's still a horror movie, but because it's a
Because
evil
Santa's
Santa
involved.
movie.
Yeah.
But you need
It's
to
a
take
Christmas
more.
horror.
Yeah, but you need to take more than Santa out of this movie. Once you remove Santa from the movie, then you still got to remove all the other elements too from
Yeah,
the
you
movie.
remove Santa from this movie.
You got to
It's
remove it.
Predator,
You got to
basically.
remove his freaking his bison. You need to remove his sleigh.
But that's all
You-
tied to Santa, though. I mean, like if you take those elements out, then it's not a Christmas movie.
Okay. Well, I still say, and I've always said, for it to be a complete Christmas movie, you cannot remove the element of Christmas completely, then the story makes no sense. And arguments to be made there are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Polar Express, things that are 100% tied to Christmas and Christmas only. And once
So
you remove that, the whole story falls apart. No, it doesn't. Yeah,
This-
Yeah,
stop.
it does.
Okay,
No, right.
under Tommy's requirements, that makes this movie that we reviewed tonight a Christmas movie because they talk about the Book of Claus and how Satan and a virgin created Santa and why Santa is evil. There he has a red-nosed reindeer beast thing. And they even have a Santa tracking website, Gonad. So everything, all of that stuff is all Christmas elements.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Tommy,
and so we can Die Hard.
Tommy, Gizmo is a Christmas present. That automatically makes Gremlins a fucking Christmas movie. That automatically makes it. All right,
I
so
still
than
say, as much as I would love to say Gremlins is a Christmas movie, it's still most of it's Christmas themed. But once again, like most of that has to deal with more or less the mythology of the Gremlins themselves, more so than Christmas.
so you're saying
No.
Santa's Sleigh is more of a Christmas movie than Gremlins is.
Sad to say, yeah.
Yeah, well, in Die Hard, the Christmas message is to save your wife at Christmas. And that was the basis of Die Hard, where
And
in,
where on earth is that a Christmas message?
because
and all the
She
times
and
I've
it
heard
could have been
about
any time
Christmas
of the
and
year.
Christmas
she
cheer and
invited him
everything.
to the
No, but
she got him to the Christmas party. He was
yeah,
invited to the Christmas party.
Yeah,
if it had
and
been any,
and Bruce Willis's character says, what's the bad guy's name?
Hans
Gruber.
Gruber.
Yeah, Gruber had to die so Santa could fly.
Mm,
All right,
yeah,
I do understand people's. Listen. I like. All right,
and
like Tommy's arguing. I do understand people's argument about Die Hard not being a Christmas movie. I don't
no,
agree
no,
with
no,
it, but I understand it.
no, it's a
But I
Christmas
don't.
movie.
But I don't understand how people could say Gremlins is not a Christmas movie.
Well, it's
That's what
basically,
I'm saying.
yeah, well, it's basically like Die Hard, but with gremlins instead of like German bank, sort of bank.
Papa Cotton agrees with me.
But with Die Hard, he even uses Christmas tape to tape the gun to his back.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And if it had been any other time of the year, there wouldn't have been the Christmas tape around.
So it couldn't have been any other kind of tape except Christmas tape, right?
Yeah,
Well,
because
but
in
if
the
it
film,
was Easter tape, then it would be
Yeah, Easter or birthday tape or.
if there was
I-
an Easter bunny in it, it would be an Easter movie.
I
But
still
it
think
wasn't.
No,
And
but
once again, I disagree with that statement because then you get into that line of thinking that as long as there is something Christmas related that pops up in the movie, that means that movie is a Christmas movie. So I don't care if there's 2 seconds of a movie. If they show a Christmas tree, all of a sudden that is a Christmas movie.
no, it's
No,
if it happens.
there's
That,
more
No,
than that.
under that argument, yes, it is because that's what you're saying. Because
No,
that's what Jens is saying, at least as long as there was Christmas mentioning in it,
no,
every movie that mentions something of Christmas is automatically a Christmas
all
movie.
right,
No,
all right.
there's-
if it happens at Christmas
Nope, that's
time.
what I just heard. That's what I just heard.
Well,
No,
I
that-
think if it happens at Christmas time, it's a Christmas movie. Like, if it happens at Easter time, it's an Easter movie. If it happens at New Year, it's a New Year movie.
I want to see it now. I want to see an Easter slasher movie.
Oh, they have
It's
one.
like Happy Easter,
They
Is
do
there a
have them.
where there's a killer fucking Easter bunny. Oh,
Yep.
that would be fucking hilarious.
Yep, they do have them.
Damn it! I thought I had a gold mine in my idea bank right now, but I don't.
I'm looking at them right now. There's Beaster Bunny, Easter Bunny Massacre.
Yeah, Papa Cotton. Tommy doesn't agree. But,
Yeah.
See, all right. Listen, all right. I'll say this. I'll give an example for a movie that's not a Christmas movie, but Christmas is involved in it. Trading Places. Trading Places starts before Thanksgiving, then at the end, then like at the end, it goes from Christmas to New Year's. That's not a Christmas movie.
Oh,
Even though-
but if it wasn't for Christmas time and for him really falling into the gutter, everything that happens in the end of the movie wouldn't have happened.
Are you saying
Yeah,
now
but-
that Are you saying now that Trading Places is
No, I'm using the Jens argument to try to
No,
say that all of a
no.
sudden this is a Christmas movie now.
No, I think it happens on Christmas Day.
Oh,
If-
I'm sorry. No, he had a Santa outfit on, Jens. He had a Santa
Yeah.
outfit on.
Yeah, but it doesn't. like take place on Christmas Day. The film takes place as such
that scene in that
across
movie
the
took
Christmas
place
period.
on Christmas Day. Hence, it's a Christmas movie now.
This
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
debate no one will ever get
As
over.
long as it finishes, right? As long as it finishes on Christmas Day, happy, like with fucking all other films that are Christmas films, like Scrooge and
Scrooge is a Christmas movie.
yeah, cause Scrooge is a Christmas movie.
No,
Yeah, of course.
Scrooged, the Bill Murray one, right?
Of course, it's just an interpretation of Scrooge. But what fucking other thingy? What's that one? What that American one that always gets played on Christmas Day? Fucking
A Christmas Story, the one that gets
yeah.
played to death.
yeah, and a Christmas
Well,
Story.
it's right in the title. So completely without Christmas, that doesn't work at all.
No, but Scrooge in Christmas in Scrooge. But as long as on fucking Christmas Day everyone's happy, it's a Christmas movie. If the film finishes on Christmas Day and everyone's happy, getting their
Wait, does
present,
everyone have to be happy at the
Christmas
end of the
movie.
Christmas movie in order to make it a Christmas movie?
No, because
wow.
not all
Yeah.
horror
No.
Christmas movies are happy.
Also, yeah, the simple fact that there's horror Christmas. Of course, there could be action Christmas.
Yeah, it's like
If there's
it's
horror
like-
Christmas, action Christmas is totally fucking possible.
it's just like you can have a comedy movie, you can have a horror movie, and you can have comedy horror.
Exactly. You have a sports drama. You just
Yeah.
take two fucking words and put them together. You know? Action thriller.
Yep,
Well-
those do exist.
Die Hard gets the Christmas message across though, because it is one of them where on Christmas Day, what you're supposed to be is with your family, which at the
Yeah,
end of Die Hard,
that's what was supposed to be the message of the movie. Yes.
yeah, you're supposed to be happy with your loved ones, and that's what happens at the end of Die Hard.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about because I haven't seen that on Christmas.
What?
Aw.
People being
Oh,
happy with their
yeah.
family?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Christmas for me it was always the time for everybody to start an argument.
that's what Truth got
Yeah.
really depressed for you. Then she was, yeah, poor man. He's Scrooge. Fuck Tommy. I think he'll get visited by 3 ghosts that will fucking show him that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I'll kick every last one of them in the nuts.
Yeah, yippee-ki-yay.
Trina,
What?
is Santa's Sleigh a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
See, look at that. No, like, I don't know. She was like, automatically, boom. It's
No,
a
you
Christmas.
got the story of Santa, you got his sleigh, you've got all the Christmas themes in it. It's a Christmas movie, no doubt.
Yeah. Another thing with Christmas movies, it's one of them where when you're watching it, if you don't think, oh yeah, it's Christmas time, like in Die Hard, because it's all about Christmas and that, then it's Christmas movie.
All right. Here's an argument. Die Hard 2 was also around Christmas, but there wasn't so much Christmas in your face that was in the first Die Hard.
Yeah.
There weren't Christmas trees everywhere and Christmas music being played and a Christmas party going on.
Mm.
All right, I'm not going to start a whole other fucking stream about this Die Hard argument.
But the thing though with number 2 is it could be classed as a Christmas movie because it does happen on Christmas Day once again, like because it's lightning strikes twice sort of thing, and there is that plot line in the film that because it's Christmas, all the fucking terminals and that they're like pretty packed because everyone's trying to get home for Christmas and that. So like there's a lot of snow. And
That's
like
I would say like how we were going into action Christmas. I would say I would more consider Die Hard 2 airport action. Because Die Hard 2 is mostly airport involved.
yeah. Christmas airport action film because it's all about Christmas and like the planes being all full and that sort of shit, and everyone's sort of like gonna get the Christmas ruined because one plane does totally the full fucking thing gets like took out because they fuck around with the level of the plane, so he thinks it's landing, but he thinks it's still got like 500 feet to go. But so it crashes into the thing. He done it.
Is Trading Places a Christmas movie? I don't agree because Christmas comes and goes, months come and go. Trading Places,
and Trading Places does end up with them on a beach.
Yeah,
which ain't all that Christmassy unless like you're in one of them countries where it is like that.
I can't honestly give an assessment because it's been so long since I watched that movie. I can't even remember it.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Another film where you see some tits and the fucking thing is, what's her name? Yeah, but the like star quality tits.
Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Star quality. He's the star quality tits.
Uh-oh.
Pops them out from nowhere. You're not expecting it.
So, would you say Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie too?
That's a soy movie.
That's what I don't know if I would say it. I don't know. Maybe if people want to get into technicalities, because the whole Christmas themed movie argument seems to be about technicalities.
Yeah. What about A Nightmare on Christmas? Is that a Christmas movie? Even though that's Christmas in
because it has to do with him trying to take over Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, so does fucking Hans Gruber in the fucking hours.
He took over Christmas.
Yeah, he drives them, don't he? He probably fucks up the party.
I remember I remember watching Edward Scissorhands, but I don't remember
any Christmas shit,
Christmas stuff in it. Yeah, I would have to see it again. I think maybe for me, you have to kind of feel Christmas in the movie, not just see a Santa hat somewhere and say, "Oh, it's Christmas." I think you have to get that feeling that, "Oh yeah, this is Christmas."
Well, it's just like Home Alone 2. I mean, other than him being left, home.
Fuck Home Alone 2. Fuck that.
Yeah, well, I'm saying other than him being left home during Christmas, beyond that, it didn't feel like a Christmas movie to me.
Home Alone 2 felt like more of a commercial than a fucking movie.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's another one they list that as a fucking Christmas movie, and to me that's not a Christmas
because that's why they're out, because they know that there's people out for Christmas, and so that's why they're doing people's houses over, because they know there's going to be empty houses on Christmas.
No, I would say it's more about a movie about child abandonment.
Yeah,
Christmas movie.
Yeah, for real.
It was about neglectful parents. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's all about Christmas. Yeah, but they come back though, don't they? At the end, like if at the end of that film,
you know what? No. That's no. You're wrong there. You're wrong. They don't come back. The fucking mother comes back. They don't come back. Well, they come back later, but the mother comes first.
Well, there we go then. Because like, if they didn't come back and it ended up with Macaulay Culkin getting like viciously fucking like beaten up, even worse, and that, and the home being ransacked.
Just Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern working over Macaulay Culkin with crowbars in the basement.
Yeah, and then like
that's Home Alone 2. That would be a better Home Alone.
And it was all set like a month or two later, where you see Macaulay Culkin in counselling and all this shit, and then like the parents are all like pissed off with him because he didn't protect their house and that. Then that won't be a Christmas movie, but it ends where it's happy because he fucking fucks them over and that shit and saves the day or saves Christmas.
We all have different definitions of what makes a Christmas movie. Like for me, it doesn't have to end on a happy note. For Jens, it does.
Yeah. Oh
no, it
probably.
Doesn't. I don't think so. I don't think it does.
Oh God, I love that suggestion. I would watch that too. I think that would be the only way I'd watch any kind of Home Alone movie again. I didn't like those movies.
No, I saw the first one. I couldn't watch anything past the first one because I was like, meh.
What about the Star Wars? It didn't get called Christmas Special. It got called Holiday Special. Is that a Christmas? Yeah,
I don't know.
No.
I
because even though Wookiee Life Day falls around what would be Christmas, it's still not Christmas. It's a completely different holiday.
Okay, everybody. That's still on YouTube for free.
And if you play it on YouTube, talking about it live on a live stream, they will hit you for it.
Well, what if you watch it first and then talk about it?
Oh, well, yeah, then you might be okay as long as you don't show anything, apparently, because I've heard tale of people talking about it and showing clips or showing segments of it, and they got hit on their channels for it. Even though it's free on YouTube, they still got hit for it. Go figure that one out.
Wow, that should be under fair use, because if you're showing it because you're talking about the movie, doesn't fair use cover that?
It should.
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah.
It depends how much you're showing of the movie, though, because sometimes if you're playing more than about 5 or 6 seconds, that's when they can do it. Unless like you talking over it or pausing it.
Yeah. That seems to be applied arbitrarily, though.
Didn't George Lucas try to do his best to get that entire thing fucking buried, though?
Yeah, but he didn't own it. That's why he could only do so much with it. The guy who actually filmed it over in London, he's the one that wound up him in the studio over there, or the ones that owned all the footage.
Good job. But he's gonna strike anyone who wants to show it. No, it exists, dude. You can't resist it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, next week I am doing a legit Christmas movie that you can't deny it's a Christmas movie because the word Christmas is in the title, Tommy. It's called Black Christmas.
No, that don't matter to tell me if it fucking like it's got guns in it.
Black Christmas from 1974, my bad. 1974.
Okay.
If anyone's going to come around for New Year's Eve.
Christmas Eve.
I'm already looking forward to the new year because I want this fucking year over already. I'm sorry. That's why I keep saying that.
I'm going to definitely try to be there. I think that night should be open for me. We're not going anywhere and doing anything, so I should be able to make it.
I got you. I didn't even think that you would have hung out. I thought you didn't like to do the late night streams. That's why I was like.
This is pushing it for me, but we're getting off soon, so it's all right.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I got a lot of Christmas videos apparently to film because there may or may not be a Christmas tree in the background. So I got some Christmas videos to film.
We'll make sure they don't have any Kentucky towers or machine guns in it. Or else it's not going to be a Christmas fucking video according to you.
it's got to end on a happy note, or it doesn't qualify under Jens's rules.
Well, yeah, well, that's Christmas, isn't it? It's one of them where it's got to be a happy. It's a bit like a love story. You know what I mean? You can't have a love story with an unhappy ending because that's not a love story. Like a Christmas movie, it's got to have a happy ending. That is like one of the main. It's got to be on Christmas, and it's got to have a happy ending. And as long as it's set on Christmas and that, with Christmas sort of like shit around it and that, and there's a happy ending, I call it a Christmas movie.
Too many rules.
Yeah, but there was only 2 rules.
It's made to divide more of the fandom, everybody.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, next week, I guess. I don't know if this is gonna be. This is a '70s movie. Some of them '70s slasher movies. I never saw a Black Christmas before, and apparently they remade it twice.
I heard Spit on Your Grave is supposed to be a good one.
The original.
Yeah.
Honestly, the original, yeah, I don't think too many women would like the movie, but it's not even about what happens to the woman. It's like the ending of the movie. What she does to the dudes that did what they did to her. That was pretty good. I always like the comeuppance stories, like Death Wish movies and shit like that.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you would like it. It's Trina.
Hey, what is your markings for the Santa Slayer? Because I'll give it a C plus.
Oh, ratings?
Yeah,
sure.
my
Give
rating.
me
Yeah.
a rating.
C plus, like a 7.5. It's one of them where, yeah, fun to watch. I'd recommend it, but as Lasso said, like, you have to tell them, like, yeah, it's a bit of a cheesy comedy horror flick, so don't be expecting how great. But yeah, it was good though. There's some good action parts in it, as I said. Like, the plot line was really fucking corny, but fucking when you've got Goldberg as and possessed evil demon
demonic Santa Claus.
Yeah. Like, what were you expecting? But
Tommy, do you have a rating? You actually have a rating for this, Tommy?
I think he's trying to work it out. He's seeing how much Christmas plus and minuses it gets.
Trina, you have an actual rating for this movie? Like, I don't know how you rate movies.
Yeah, I would say a good C. Yeah,
I'd say thumbs to the side, but like slightly up. Slightly up.
Yeah, I feel like
what
that.
the fuck? Your rating system's really fucking like.
I don't give numbers or letters.
I know usually. Yeah, exactly. That's what you. Because I was thinking, well, it's got to make a thumbs up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say an erect thumb.
Yeah.
I'd say that
it's a slightly fucking.
Yeah, because I've seen better slasher movies than this.
Yeah, it's like if you was fucking having trouble lifting your thumb up fully way, and so you just
if I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up on the couch. I'm fucked up on the couch. I just ate a couple burgers, and I'm like,
yeah. You're feeling a bit tired.
It was good. I don't know if I'd be able to suggest this to anybody.
Oh well, there's some good action scenes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people wouldn't be able to get past the killer Santa Claus aspect of the movie.
No, but that's what me and Lasso said. You know what I mean? If it's someone who's like a fucking film snob and thinks like, oh no, I don't think I'll be watching it. crazed out Santa, then you wouldn't be fucking suggesting it to them. But if it was
Well,
someone,
if you were a film snob, you wouldn't be watching movies with me right now. So, if anyone was a film snob, they wouldn't be on these streams watching these movies with me.
Yeah, well, that's why fucking we do have people who would not watch these films because it was one of those crazy ass fucking spoofed up fucking horror films that like you would. But as I say,
But all right, it's not Poultrygeist. Tommy keeps saying Poultrygeist.
yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna watch that. Maybe next year.
Anyway, we still don't had Tommy's rating, so I think Tommy's a bit of a film snob, seems he don't like fucking Die Hard as a Christmas movie, so he might fucking thumbs down this film. But
Tommy, you still here?
He might have given his ratings and think we're like cheeky cunts talking over him, but he might not be working, Tommy. Or it might have gone somewhere.
Tommy, are you there?
I think he's probably fucking watching Die Hard, maybe just to check.
He's taking notes right now.
Yeah,
how it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, he's going to be like, look, there's no mention of Santa in this film. No one fucking gets any presents. Even though.
All right. I'll be back next week. Thanks. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Same.
Yuletide. All that holiday cheers. Snowy weather stuff.
Yeah.
May you get presents on Christmas and may people give you cars with bows on them in your driveway.
I know. Where does that happen? Because I want to live there.
In commercial land.
Yeah.
Yeah. And may you all get lucky and laid with some fucking
night, folks.
Good night.
Right.